your podcast is a big focus for your business and your brand. You answer questions, you do things like that. Like how are you using podcasting to promote, the book or all this other stuff that you're doing right now?
Well, podcasting is the most powerful marketing tool I've ever experienced in my life. Now, I've been fortunate with my books that are out there, and having books that are New York Times bestseller, certainly is good. But I've never experienced the responsiveness, the loyalty of people who listen to a podcast. It ups the ante dramatically. I mean, we used to have a lot of events at our place up in Tennessee, and I would have people show up and they'd shake my hand, thank me for my books. Gee, they'd thank me for the newsletter they've been getting for a long time, and say, wow, this really made a difference in my life. And then I'd have people walk in and give me a hug around the neck I've never met before, tears streaming down their face, saying, Dan, you never know how you've changed my life. Those are podcast listeners. Yeah. That sense of connection, allowed me something. I've been experimenting with, social media back before we had some of the things that we have available now, podcasts, blogs, and all that. But when podcasting came on the scene and I moved from terrestrial radio to podcasting, everything exploded.
Yeah. It's so intimate. Like it's like you're, I always tell people, you're probably in the car with somebody, or you're taking a walk with somebody, or you're in the bathroom or in the corner of the shower. Like you're literally in their most like intimate moments. When I got at my sickest, I just started kind of reaching out and telling people what was going on and asking for prayer and things like that. And one of them, I got hundreds of messages on our Flipped Lifestyle page. And one of the people said something, I will never forget this. And it was straight back to podcasting. He's like, you don't know who I am, but I have listened to every podcast you've had. I've been listening to you guys for years. He said, I feel like I know your family. I feel like you guys are family. And I want you to know that we're praying for you. I'm putting you on our prayer list at church. But that person just built such an affinity and a relationship through my podcasts that they literally felt like we were friends or family. And people, I tell you what's weird is when people walk up and like know my kids, they're like, how's Isaac and Anna Joe? And I'm like, I just met you, but like, I don't think even video can build that kind of affinity with people because it's just not as accessible all the time, like a podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. But again, the expressions of appreciation often surprise us as hosts. And certainly something that we're forever grateful for. Yesterday, I got a box of cookies from a lady in California. Dear Dan Miller, thank you for everything you've sown into my husband during this crucial season of his life. You are an answer to my prayers of many years, and I'm forever grateful. Send me a box of cookies. Her husband, a podcast listener.
Wow.
A podcast listener.
And that's rippling to her. She may not even be listening. She just sees the difference that the podcast has made in his life. You know?
When we can offer a lifeline to somebody, a new way of living, a better way to work and to live. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, the ripple effect of that. I mean, certainly we benefit from that in many ways as business owners.
Yeah.
But the impact that goes beyond money is just immeasurable.